Hi everybody, and welcome to She Shaves with Jill. Yep, I'm Jill. So I want to give a big welcome to anybody that is viewing my channel for the very first time. Welcome to the channel. And I want to give a special shout out to my loyal viewers that continually come back. I really appreciate that. And I appreciate the people that pushed me to start this channel in the first place. Thank you guys. So I want to make something real quick. Well, I never do anything real quick, and we all know that. But misogyny is alive and well when you are a female and you're shaving your face. So a recent comment somebody made elsewhere said, why don't you just make shave videos of you shaving your legs, you know? Why do you do videos shaving your face? And let me tell you why. If you go over and watch some of the videos of women shaving their legs, they're just a bunch of, you know, young, perky little things, and they have their makeup on and everything, because they don't have to take that off to shave their legs, right? And half of the stuff, no, not half, more, about 3/4 of the stuff that I viewed is a bunch of bullshit. It's bad information, incorrect information, and not something you or I would be doing when we shave. So I just want to clear that up. I'm here because this is a bigger audience. I personally have, because of hormones, a dark stubble here in the trouble areas like guys have. You know, I have a little peach fuzz up here, a little peach fuzz here, here, up here. But I have coarse hair here, and I do not like feeling that because I'll tend to go like this and, you know, play with my chin hairs. So I can relate to you guys in a much better way here because I review soaps, I review aftershaves, balms, razors, razor blades, and I can't relate that to going over and doing that, shaving my legs. It just, you know, just doesn't work for me personally. So thank you to all the people that really, truly have supported me. So with that over, we're going to start tonight's shave. And I am continuing the Yulay and Vintage Series. And tonight, I am going to be using a sample that I got from Monica at Yulay of Red Dawn. And there's the Red Dawn label on this sample. And Red Dawn is a cedarwood, oak moss, Arctic moss, gasoline, motor oil, and oudwood. And it's a tallow soap. So, you know, all I can really say about that is in a lot of my shaves, I like to get into my brain for that muscle memory. And certain scents will bring up certain emotions for me. And even before I lather this up, and I've not used it yet, it reminds me of my brother had a beautiful home up in the mountains in Idaho in Pack River. And he had a lot of property with trees on it. And he would allow the logging companies to come in and cut down some, you know, take some of the trees. And they paid him to do that. And I remember taking walks up there when I visited him a couple of times, and you could hear the loggers in the background, and you could smell the fresh cut trees and everything, and then you could also smell that, you know, gasoline and motor oils from the equipment that they used or the trucks that they were using. So it'll be interesting to see what I get off of the scent when I lather this up. Now, the other thing that I'm going to be, the vintage portion of it is I'm going to be using my vintage Gillette Slim Adjustable. And this is an H4, and that means it was made in 1962. And I am going to be using it on starting on setting 3. So it is a twist to open, for those of you that don't know. A twist to open razor. And the blade I'm using is also a vintage blade. And that is the Spoiler. And this is from 1984. It is a, 1984. And there's the package it came in. I got this off of eBay. Pay a little bit more than you do, obviously, regular blades, but it's so worth it because they're very long lasting. I mentioned it before. Chris from Another Cut Above got 21 shaves off of his. So that's the blade I'm going to be using in it. And today's brush. Now this should be interesting because a lot of people have trouble dialing in Yulay soaps. And I've had my own issues. And I've mostly been using boar brushes and synthetic brushes, which I found to be okay to use. Now, I've not used a Badger. And this is a Sentimental Badger brush that I'm going to be using tonight. This is the very first brush I got. And it was in the Hagen luxury kit that I got. And this was the brush that was in it. And it came with the ceramic mug, and it came with the soap, etc., 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 stand and whatever. So I'm going to be using this tonight. Now this is a cheap ass brush, and the knot has fallen out 4 times now, and I jerry-rigged it. Now it was a very light brush, and I found this piece of rubber. And this is strange because this brush did not have a ledge that I could reset it. So when I was resetting it, only the edges of the brush were touching the edge here in a very small portion. So I just happened to find this piece of rubber and I jerry-rigged it. And this is hollow. And what I did is I put marine epoxy inside it and pennies. I'd put a layer of pennies, epoxy, pennies, epoxy. Now this is my heaviest brush of all. So I have pre-soaked it, and I'm going to dip it back in the water again. And I'm going to wring out most of the water. And let's start and see if I can manage. Now I have this pressed in, part of that sample pressed in my Captain's Choice bowl. I love this bowl, so I've got that pressed in there. Now with Yulay, with Monica's soaps, it's actually a crope, which is a cross between a soap and a cream. With hers, you have to really load it heavy. So I have to put quite a bit of any of the soaps that I use of hers in there compared to other soaps, because you have to, what I found, you have to have a very heavy load on it. So I'm going to take quite some time getting a load on this. So talk amongst yourselves whilst I do this. Let me smell this. Oh my God, it does smell just like I mentioned. It's funny. Okay. Let's continue loading this for right now. This Badger brush is very, very soft. I do have to say that. This is the luxury one. The deluxe one came with a boar brush, I think, but this is a Badger. So it was my very first Badger brush. Now that's quite a load. I mean, that's nice and pasty, wouldn't you say? And there's the inside of it. So I'm not doing a bowl lather, I'm doing a face lather. So let me put this down. I've already prepped my face with 3 minutes of hot water on it. And I'm going to get it wet again. So hold on, don't go away. And I'm going to use a pre-shave again. And you guessed it, I'm going to use the Cube. This one is almost gone. I have another one, like I said before in other videos, I have another one in the wings, and that's the mentholated. I've had the mentholated before, and then I used this one, and I have another full one. And I like the docking station. They have the docking station, which is really nice to put this on. A nice soap dish, and it's not that expensive. So let's get that pre-shave worked in there. Now, what I want you guys to do, here's your homework for the next few days. I want you, you know, don't be afraid or embarrassed to do this. Ask your female friends, relatives, mothers, sisters, wives, girlfriends, I don't care. Any female that is of the age that would probably be shaving her legs in pits or whatever, just ask her to be brutally honest with you, and ask her if she does not shave a portion of her face. Models do it, actresses do it to make the makeup go on better, but you know, preface it and say this might be a really personal question because women don't like to admit to it. I am, and that's the niche that I'm filling here to tell you women do shave their faces. So let's introduce the soap. So I've got a nice paste there, and I'm going to be slowly, oh my God, you get a different, you pick up a different part of the scent each time you, that's weird, but you know what I really smell is the gasoline and the motor oil. So that's quite a pasty beginning, which is what I want, because her soaps tend to break down with too much water, and I don't want to introduce that right at the beginning. So in the middle there, I'm going to put some drops of water, and we're going to add that to what we have going. Very little at a time, because I do not want to break the lather. Now, because of the fact that you can't introduce a lot of water to it, and it eventually breaks down, I probably would never use this soap when I use the shavette, because when I do a shavette shave, I prefer a thinner lather, and to do that you have to add more water to it. So if you add too much water to this, it would break down, and it wouldn't work well, I don't believe. I will be testing that theory in the near future. I hope this knot doesn't fall out of the handle while I'm on here. Okay, we need some more water. Uh-oh, that might have been too much. Oh, Houston, I hope we don't have a problem. Yeah, I'm starting to get some of the woods, but it's still prominently gasoline and motor oil. And I'm unfortunately having to say that those scents, or whatever she's used, is starting to, oh no, here we go again, are starting to irritate my skin. So she uses very heavy fragrances and oils and stuff. So we shall see what happens here. I hope I don't have the same reaction I have had twice in a row now. So pass one. We're going to start up here by the fuzzies here. And let me double check the number that I have it on. Yes, it's number 3. And there is overhang to be aware of on the slim adjustable. And don't forget, if you have a slim adjustable or any adjustable razor like the Fat Boy or this one, when you're adjusting it, make sure that you open up the doors first, then make your adjustment, and then close it. Because if you try to adjust it while the doors are closed, you can damage the mechanism in there. So for those of you that don't know, okay, this is the trouble area with heavy growth. And this blade and razor are taking that right down. Slim Adjustable and the Aristocrat are two of my favorite vintage Gillettes. I never thought I would get into collecting vintage Gillettes, but I fell down the rabbit hole like so many of us have. Okay, the irritation is not unbearable as yet, but I feel a little burn. Gas and oil. Interesting ingredients. Well, gas prices went down. Does that mean the soap price goes down? I don't know. Just a thought. Okay, let's go back up here. Get these little fuzzies and get along here. These little fuzzies there. And those little fuzzies. And don't forget to change the side of the razor that you're using so that you get even wear on the blade. You may not see it, but I'm twisting it pretty quick. Let me use my left hand over here. Okay, I'm not going to overshave that. I'll just let the next pass do it. So hold on. Don't go away. I'll be right back. Okay. So I got most of the soap off of it. Let me have a feel around and see. Okay, in here, in here, in here is still an issue. So let's go back to the lather. Let me get some more out of here. I've even had an issue when I'm shaving my legs with this. And even though I get a nice thick pasty coating the first time, after I do one pass and I rinse it off and I, have that water on my legs, sometimes that's enough to break down the soap. So, something to be aware of. Okay, let's do pass number 2. I'm going to go this way. Uh-oh, I'm feeling the irritation more. Nice. Okay, I'm going to use my left hand and go over that area. Okay, it's starting to burn more. I don't like that. All right, we're almost there. Very comfortable shave so far, other than the discomfort from the ingredients. So let's do this one more time. Let me gather more soap here. I want to try to get this more to the yogurt like I was able to get the other day. And a little bit more water. Okay, that's better. And we'll work this in more. So hope you had all got hope you guys all had a great Thanksgiving. And it's the weekend now. I have a lot of things in the queue. I have 2 more soaps of Monica's from Van Yulay to review, and then I'll be moving on to my next series. I don't quite know what it's going to be. I think I have quite a things in the queue. I think it's going to be a new razor review that I've been using and testing, because when I review them, I don't like to do just a first impression. I like to use them for a while, so I really get the feel for it. Okay, let's go in for number 3. Clear the snot track, clear the lips. And I'm going to go this way. I'm losing some hairs there from that brush. Nice. Oh, let me use my left hand. Now, I use an extremely light touch to get my productive shaves. I put very little pressure on it. That's why I'm able to buff like that. Okay, let's do a little against the grain. Little Gillette slide. Okay, don't overshave. I gotta get this off my face because it's starting to sting. So don't go away. I'm gonna rinse off with a hot and then a cold rinse, and I'll be right back, sweeties. Get my rag. Do a feel around first. Okay, whatever I think I'm feeling will go down once once the shave settles down. So that's a very close shave. All right, now time for the cold water rinse. Oh, by the way, I just wanted to tell you, I've been using that, like I did the review on the PAA shampoo and conditioning bar or stick. And that stuff is wonderful. My hair is so conditioned and it's easy to style. And it stays put. Man, it's a wonderful product. Just wanted to throw that in there. Okay, let's check out the post-shave feel. All right, that's nice. That's soft. All right, that's a wrap. So what am I going to use post-shave? Well, I'll tell you because I got it sitting here ready. And I already know what I'm going to use. Now, first, I'm going to start with and you guys know I love this scent. It's the Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements Cedar Fever. I love this stuff. And seeing as that this Red Dawn soap has cedarwood in it, and oak moss and arctic moss and oudwood, it's another fitting one for anything that has wood in it. So shake up your aftershaves real good. Get those ingredients all mixed together. And let's get some on my face. Oh yeah. Ooh. Love that scent. Love that scent. I use it for any of my, if I don't have a matching aftershave for something that has wood in it, I like to use this one. All right. So that's nice. And the product I'm going to put on now, that's already blended in, is going to be the Nivea Men Protective and Care 2-in-1 Aftershave. You can see it separates there. So it's the aftershave and balm type thing. So with this, you definitely want to shake the shit out of it. Now this I had to get online. So I had to get it from eBay. It was a little bit more costly than other aftershaves products and balms, but it's a really good product. And I haven't used it in a while. So there you see, it's all mixed up together. So let's apply some of that. And I'm hoping this will soothe some of the, oh, fix that nose stud. Well, get in there. Fix some of that burning. You know, see, I got the burning again up here. But this has a nice, fresh, crisp scent to it. And it doesn't interfere with your shave soap or, damn it, it's nose stud, get in there. Oh, got a little bit of a greasy type feeling, but that blends into your skin pretty quick. All right. Okay. And I think this might be overkill, but I'm going to add some Barbedeaux too for this irritation. So I'm going to use the Barbedeaux Aftershave Lotion Bump Therapy. So I'm just going to introduce a little bit of that on my face too. Good product. No cuts, no weepers, no irritation from the razor or the blade. And a BBS shave. So let's recap, shall we? Tonight's soap was Red Dawn from Van Yulay, Cedarwood, Oak Moss, Arctic Moss, Gasoline, Motor Oil, and Oudwood. And it is a tallow-based soap. The razor I used was my Slim Adjustable from 1962. H4 means it was made in 1962, the fourth quarter of the year. And the blade that I used in it was the Gillette Spoiler from 1984 on its fourth use. And the brush I used was my Hagen Badger brush. And it was lathered up in my Captain's Choice lathering bowl. And for the pre-shave, I used the PAA Cube. And it's so slippery. And then for the aftershave, I used the PAA Cedar Fever aftershave. And I used the Nivea Men Protect and Care 2-in-1 aftershave. And on top of that, Barbedeaux aftershave lotion. So I'm going to call this a wrap. And I want to thank you all for coming. And pretty please, if you haven't already done it, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and then hit that little ding-dongy thing next to the subscribe button, so it will tell you when I have another video posted up there for you guys to look at. So I'm going to bid you adieu, bye-bye, sayonara, and you know I love you guys. Bye-bye.